Yep.
Hey guys, I'm here with TonyCouldveBeen. Go ahead, bro. I'll let you do the stuff.
Just eating some Hungry Panda. If you're familiar with Milford, they replaced Szechuan Wok. That was the name of the place. As in an Uncle Roger Wok, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got the chicken noodle soup, guys. This is a small one with some wontons. It's pretty good, actually.
Get the rice if you want.
Oh no,
Nice.
you can have it. It's fine. And what'd you get, bro? Here.
Egg drop soup.
That was it. It was good.
It's very eggy.
So yeah, we wanted to do something different. Like we've done collabs on Skype, but since I'm here right now today in Connecticut, I just thought about this idea. You know, we do it together while having some food. And the topic we want to talk about today is discrimination. We're in 2022, and we shouldn't be even needing to talk about anything like that, but unfortunately we do, because of what's happening around the world, and it happens to people almost every day actually, in all different parts of the world. You want to kick it off, bro? Any personal experience that you want to talk about?
Well, without going into my life story, I talked about this in could have been crazy post around 2017. I think I don't remember, but if I had to describe it in a nutshell, as racist as this might sound, but you know, the thing about stereotypes is that they wouldn't be stereotypes unless they had some truth to them. I was born in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and I wasn't black or Puerto Rican enough for the black and Puerto Rican kids. When I moved to Milford, I wasn't white enough for the white kids, and I just felt like, I don't want to say I didn't belong, but not nowadays. I feel like it's like I don't belong. But back then, you're kids, and like kindergartners, like they don't discriminate against each other. They just play with each other. So, because you're not taught that, or at least you shouldn't be, and in such an early age. But it is what it is.
It's kind of sad though, right? Like when you're really young, you just believe in humanity. You don't understand these things, right? Well, over time, when you're growing up based on the influence and people you're around, you get introduced and kind of your mind gets molded to these negative things, right? And you start to pick them up. It's just so unfortunate that you're not like thinking like kids anymore, and people started bringing these negative vibes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it's all about the parents or the guardians, but they learn it from somewhere.
Oh yeah, but it's so much more, right? Like the environment that you grew up in, the people you have interacted, their experiences translate to yours. Their mindset kind of shapes yours, and then the angers build in. It's very weird and sad at the same time.
In general, people wouldn't be racist unless they had a reason for it. Like you were saying, a lot of people had a bad experience and just began to associate it with the entire group of people.
Right. If you had to give one advice to a parent, right, who's really concerned that being in like a weird neighborhood might instill some bad mindsets in the kid, what would you give them?
I might not be the best person to ask that. I do not intend on becoming a parent, nor is that a life goal of mine. Not that there's anything wrong with it being so, it's just not for me.
Right. No, that makes sense.
But as someone who does want kids, apparently, like you, unless that was something I shouldn't have reviewed, but I don't know.
I mean, we'll see what happens in the future, but for me personally, I believe in I just believe in humanity. That's all. You know.
But does humanity believe in you?
I don't know. That's the big question.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because at the end of the day, we're all the same. You know.
What is it? I think it was the quarterback. I'm not sure if he's still active, but Cam Newton. He said, "What is it like a micro, not micro, but like a certain number of inches, half inches of your skin determines so much. When if you just took everyone's skin off, they would all look the same."
Exactly. Yeah.
Cam Newton is a really smart guy. I don't think people realize that. They think he's just some meathead, dumbass football player. He's a smart guy.
Which team does he play for? I don't know much.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I know he was tossed around. He was on the Patriots for a while. If you guys know that, It didn't work out. I don't think it worked out. But I think it was more like, who else are the Patriots could they feasibly have gotten? Because I don't know. We're talking about football right now, but like American football. But it was just they got lucky with Tom Brady. Tom Brady was not a starter at the time until shit happened and then he just blew up.
When was that?
That was I don't know, man. This was early in Tom Brady's career. If Tom Brady is what, 42 now? I think he's 42. I don't know. But if he's 42, then it was almost 20 years ago. You got to figure if he was 22 when he got his first start.
Maybe around the early 2000s. So, yeah.
He's been doing this a long time, and like you would think how long he was doing it and how dominant he is, he would have more rings. He has 6 now. I think he has 6. Tom Brady has 6 Super Bowl rings, maybe more. I think maybe more. That would numerically make him the equivalent of the Michael Jordan of football.
By the way, guys, we transitioned a bit, so I should mention that we'll talk about like the various different things as we go along, because it's just think of this as a conversation over a meal. That's all. So, yeah, we're going back to the issue of discrimination, right? What do you think about the gender bias? Because right now we're in 2022, right? We shouldn't have to worry about any of this anymore. What do you think about gender bias? Either or.
Well, biases in general. It's this is my opinion, but it's too complicated right now. Because not only do you have to consider gender now, no, not too complicated in a bad way. Not only do you have to consider gender, you have to consider sexuality. You have to consider being transgender, being non-binary, like all these terms that I didn't know before. Being gender fluid, being like bisexual, of course. It's just, I mean, I find it hard to keep track. But like, does that mean I'm not willing to learn to accept it? I'm trying, but like,
right.
We're adults now. Like, we're not exactly as impressionable as we once were. But
I guess what matters is as long as you're open-minded and accepting for anyone and everyone, because everyone has their freedom, especially in this country, to be whoever they want to be. And you got to respect that. What do you think about that?
A lot of people will say, for example, of course, I'm okay with gay people, but I just don't want them hitting on me. And it's like,
you're contradicting yourself, yeah, a little bit, I guess.
It's not only that, but like, so let's say you're straight, you're purely heterosexual, you're quote unquote the norm. If there was a heterosexual female hitting on you, and let's say you weren't interested in her, let's say you thought she was not attractive, would you tell her to go away? Probably not. You'd probably entertain the idea. Just maybe she has an awesome personality, maybe she could become a friend.
Yeah.
But if you were hetero and a gay guy went up to you and started talking to you, and supposedly you could tell he was gay, but let's just say you suspected it, you would flip the fuck out. Because like, it's different when it's right in your face and it's directed towards you.
Yeah. And
it's like, at the end of the day though, a lot of people have said this in the past, take it as a compliment.
Exactly.
If there's someone hitting on you, that means they're attracted to you, and usually that's because of physical appearance only, which is really important to some people. I'm not gonna lie, like physical appearance is very important for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too. Yeah. As long as someone's not crossing your boundaries or limits, and they're just being nice to you and giving you a compliment, you should just like appreciate that. You know, regardless of whoever they are.
Okay. And speak on behalf of anyone else. How many times have you talked to a woman and they just weren't interested? This is what you should do, but I would keep it classy and be like, well, it was nice talking to you. Get home safe. And then you just walk away. But some guys would do this, they'll be offended that the female was not positively responding to them. And that's a little weird to me because, like, if it's also your choice, why can't it be her choice too? Because, like, I don't know. There's a way to be classy and civil about it, and there's a way to be a dick about it. So,
I agree. Yeah, you wanna stay respectful, no matter what you do. At the end of the day, now, whoever you talk to, just make sure that you respect their choice. If they don't want to talk to you, right, it's their choice. It's not like they approached you, especially when you're approaching someone, right? If they want to talk to you, you shouldn't get mad about it. There's no point in that. Because it's just going to exacerbate the situation for no apparent reason. So, yeah.
if you think you're God's gift to women, that can be confidence, but there's a fine line between confidence and
being cocky. Right.
And an asshole, basically, yeah. Did you want some of this?
No, you go ahead, bro.
Did we mention what we're eating? Did we talk about that yet?
We did, yeah. Slightly touched on it. Oh. What's your favorite dish, bro? If I ask you from Hungry Panda.
Honestly, like, I have the menu on my board over there. You guys can't see it, but it's there. Now that I realize that you guys have never seen the other side of this room away from the camera. But anyway, I haven't eaten there enough. I haven't tried all of this. I tried some of the Korean stuff. It's actually pretty good. But yeah, you have to like kimchi. That's the only thing, that kimchi's not for everyone. I understand. Because like, I think the very thought of it inclines people to not like it. Because they're like, oh, this is what kind of cabbage? It's fermented. Like is that edible? Is that gonna make me sick? Like, no, it's just like, I don't know. You drink wine, don't you? Same thing. The process of fermentation.
I guess it depends on whether you actually like it or not. Don't just get like bummed out just by hearing about a particular dish. Try it out. You might actually like it. Might surprise yourself. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you just don't like it.
I mean, I would like to see them transition to Korean food only, but they wouldn't have nearly enough sales. It's just not popular enough yet, or it may ever be.
I mean, you rave quite a bit about the KFC, right? The Korean fried chicken. When was the last time you had it, and from where?
I actually never had it.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I want to try it, because
we gotta go, yeah.
Like, I'm not. Is there a special way to fry it or something? It's like.
Actually, wonderful, yeah. I think there's special spices and stuff, yeah.
Can you make Korean fried chicken like in an air fryer? Can you do that?
If you guys, the viewers listening to us, right? If you guys know about like good recipes or restaurants in the East Coast, right, about the Korean fried chicken, let us know in the comments. Or a good, or a particular mix of ingredients, or a sauce that can make it really good. Let us know.
Been a while since I had Korean barbecue too, but stereotypically that's pork. That's what I know is Korean barbecue is stereotypically pork, I think.
What about like beef? No, really, beef. No.
I mean, I would imagine there's an option. It's kind of weird if it was only pork, but then again, it's a different culture, so I'm not sure.
Right. I don't know whether you've mentioned this, like, both of us, we are big fans of the show Seinfeld, on a separate topic. And we use Seinfeld references a lot.
I'm not as big a fan as you. You're a freaking you're a monster fan.
Probably am, yeah. I mean, it's a funny show. And it's just like, in some weird way, it takes me back to that time. I think it was, I don't know, I feel it was a simpler time.
How old were you when you started watching that show? Like,
Oh no, I just started watching it a few years ago. I never really saw it.
Oh, you never saw it when it was actually on air?
No, I was very small. No.
Yeah, I was in high school around when that happened. To give you a clue how old I am. It was actually still going pretty strong when I was in high school. So it might have started when I was like in middle school.
The show started before I was born.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's to give you guys an idea of my age, which is 29, of course. I just, I made a joke with an ex about that. I always joke around that I was 29. 29 is the best age, man. Think about it. 29 is the best age because you're still in your 20s, but you're not that young.
I'm 21, man. No, come on.
Yeah, 21. Get out of here.
No, I'm kidding, guys. No. But you gotta say, right? You're a big fan of Seinfeld as well. I know I'm pretty.
I mean, like, in the beginning, I didn't get a lot of the jokes. So, like, when it was on regular replay, like afternoon TV or late afternoon, evening TV, I started getting the jokes more, and I was like, wow, okay. But yeah, back then, like, it's like watching South Park when you're like in elementary school. Like, you don't know what these jokes are about. You just hear them swearing all the time. You think it's cool.
That show's crazy. Like South Park, they will make episodes about everything. They don't care, I guess. But that's the beauty, Like, it's a free country. Like, if you want to make an episode about something, even if that's controversial, you can do it, right?
I mean, yeah, as long as it passes the
certain rules, right?
Set organization, the broadcasting, or I forget now.
But the thing is, okay, going back to that, I should be saying that, the phrase that I use, they don't care about anything. It's not like that, but it's a bold show. I gotta give it to that, right?
Yeah, I mean, like the topics about the contest, like we talked about the other day.
Yeah.
That's that was not. I highly doubt that was mentioned a lot on TV, other shows.
I actually admire the boldness regarding certain topics that they portray.
I wouldn't say they were pioneering it, but I will say they were one of the first, if not the first.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know, because, like, you probably never saw the show, you probably heard of it, but Married with Children?
Ed O'Neill, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Is Ed O'Neill still, he's on Modern Family now.
Yeah, he used to be there. I think that ended, right?
I know. I would not know. I probably saw, what's her name? Christina Vargas? Is that her name? Is that? Was she the wife, or wasn't she the mother of the house or something like that? I don't know.
She's during the show she was very beautiful. Like the episodes that I've seen. Yeah.
She was on America's Got Talent too, right? Am I thinking of the right person? I don't know.
You're talking about the
I think is she
the
Venezuela?
wife, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Ed O'Neill's wife, right?
Right. Yeah.
The really younger one. That was the whole point of it, right? That she was much younger than him.
No. You're talking about the daughter or the wife? The wife, right?
Who played the wife, the mother? Was it Christina Vargas?
I can't remember the name. Yeah. It was a long time ago. Yeah.
Well, that show was still relatively young, in my opinion. I don't know.
I think it was in the 90s, right? Something like that.
I don't know.
Might be wrong.
I know Ed O'Neill, after he stopped Married with Children, there was a period of time where I don't think he was acting. I think he was just hanging out. But when he picked up Modern Family, it was like...
He was good, man. Modern Family is a good show. I actually like that show, especially the first few seasons. Were really, really good.
What is it about? Just a not so modern family, basically, or what families are like.
It's a really
nowadays?
interesting show. Like, you got to watch the show to really understand it. It's it's a good show. It's about a family. I guess it's about a family who are very accepting in different ways.
Was anybody on the show adopted? Like,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I just took a guess, but
the Vietnamese kid character.
There's a Vietnamese kid on TV. I didn't know about this.
No. The character. She, I think, the kid that played. I think she's like 14 or 15 right now, and I don't know where she's from, but yeah, that was probably one of the nicest things in the show at the beginning itself. And overall, I think it's I like the show. Yeah. I only saw the first few seasons though. It's pretty good.
You know, guys, this channel was bigger. I would ask for comments, but as you know, that's not really my thing. But like, it'd be nice, but you know, I don't expect them. So like, dude, this brings. I'll mention this in another video if I remember. There's someone going around my videos, and not only do they view it. If you look at some of the likes on my videos, there's always one like there. On a lot of them, and I can't figure out who's putting the consistent one like.
Well, I've given you likes, you know.
But like, it's like video after video after video. There's one like. I'm like, who is?
Maybe a stalker, right?
I don't know. I would assume it's just one person, but I guess you can't tell. I don't know. But like.
Well, can you see it in the analytics? No.
No, it doesn't tell you the specific person. No.
Right.
If you make your subscriptions if you make them public, you could figure out some things, but like still, most people don't make their subscriptions public. I do, but most people don't.
How's the soup? It's pretty nice.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, we've been thinking about taking a trip, guys, to Atlantic City, Tropicana. Because I've never been to the Strip. Wait, that's what it's called, right? No, that's the Vegas one. This is
Atlantic City's just boardwalk, maybe.
The boardwalk, right?
City.
But going back to the race thing, right? Discrimination, rather. What do you think about like workplace opportunity, gender-wise, and the promotions and all that stuff, going up ladder? What do you think about that?
I mean, the so-called glass ceiling still exists, whether people want to admit it or not.
What is that? I don't know much about glass ceilings.
The glass ceiling is a phrase that I guess not just women, of course, but you know, society used and still uses in general. So, you know, when you're moving up in a company, you literally think that you're moving up because like the top floor is where all the executives are, the CEO, blah blah blah.
Right.
So, the thing about women in like a business environment, for example, they can see through the ceiling everyone else getting promoted, but they can't get through the ceiling because they're not given the opportunity to. So they see what's going on above them, but how do you get through a glass ceiling when there's no stairs, you can't walk up it? Whatever you're doing, however good job you're doing, however much your effort you're putting into your work, sometimes it just doesn't happen because whatever makes you different than the typical people at the top.
I hope that's changing right now. I hope it's getting better, you know, in different industries and fields, at least throughout the US. But I can still see what you're talking about, even in my field. I do work in tech, guys, and obviously things are getting better. There's a lot more attention right now with respect to different groups and stuff, various different things, seminars and all that going on. But the so-called glass ceiling that he just talked about, there are certain places where you can still probably spot that to a certain extent. Yeah. I'm not going to take any names, but yeah. What about like in the retail? He works in the retail, right? Do you spot that in the retail, or?
Depending on where you work, it was either bad or it wasn't that bad. I mean, in a more liberal state, maybe, or liberal area, it's not as big a deal. But I mean, like, at what point is diversity considered diverse? Like, what is a certain percentage of the workers, of the management? I don't know. But, like, excuse me, I don't know if I heard about anyone who's passed over because they're different, but I'm sure it happens. But in terms of my experience, I would say it was relatively good, relatively above average from typical discrimination, based on whatever was public, at least.
How was your time? Oh, never mind. I don't want to go into a specific of any particular company here. That's fine. So, I'm thinking about asking you a specific question or something like that. I had some things in my mind. But yeah, you can go ahead. You can fill the void. If you have any questions, like, we're just talking right now. Everything okay with the video?
What's that?
Everything alright?
Yeah, I was just checking the time. We're approaching half an hour.
Yeah. Guys, if you put in comments, right, you can mention in the comment, right, because in my channel, I do traveling videos and we started doing collaborations. So we want to do the videos where we're going to go probably inside an establishment, if they allow that, and make a video depending on, like, food or good beverages, some good restaurants that we love. Send us some good ideas. Just keep it positive and send us some good ideas. Certain establishments in the tri-state area, in the East Coast, that you want to view, or certain other questions about routes, or also certain topics that you want us to talk about. You can always put that in the comments. Just keep it nice and respectful. And haters can hate, but the fact is, we just want to spread positive vibes. That's all. And have good conversations. Want to say something, bro?
I think I'm good. Should we conclude this? Is there more that these wonderful viewers want to listen about?
What's the best coffee you've had? If I ask you that. Yeah. You're a fan of coffee, right? Obviously, yeah.
I cut back on it, if not altogether stopped, because I was getting some chest pain in the morning, and the only thing I would have, probably because I didn't have breakfast, but the only thing I had was a cup of coffee. And yeah, when I would, like half an hour later, when I was already at work, I had this chest pain, like it didn't feel like a heart attack or heartburn, but like it was just very uncomfortable. And then I stopped drinking coffee and started drinking more tea, and it seemed to go away. But like all that K-cup shit, like I question that sometimes. I mean, I know it has a good reputation, but I question the K-cup quality.
Wait, what is that?
Keurig, the Keurig.
Oh, that's right.
K-cups. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
It's I understand it's sealed. Like there's probably not that much air in it, so it probably stays fresh. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's just something about it I don't trust 100%.
What kind of tea do you prefer instead of coffee?
I think I just have some. In the mornings, I have green tea, and of course, at nighttime, I have that so-called sleeping tea or whatever, sleepy time tea.
The chamomile, right?
That's one of them. Yeah. I'm not sure what the one I have right now is, but it is meant for sleep because it's decaffeinated.
Yeah. That's really good. Yeah. Any other questions, bro? We can conclude the video and maybe do another video later on, guys. Yeah.
I guess that's it. I will keep in mind of how to set this up a little bit better, but I think it's okay for now. But it's not something I want to make it permanently like this. I could move some stuff, rearrange some stuff around, but it's not a big deal. But
yeah. I think it looks good overall right now. Like we're both in the frame, and hopefully the voice is audible properly as well. So.
I'm very curious to find out how this conference microphone did in the audio.
You already made a video on that, right?
When it was right next to me, that's the thing, because I didn't have to speak as loud, but now I feel like I'm inclined to speak louder because it's basically, you can't see it, but it's basically right over there by the Yeti. Well, where the Yeti used to be. I don't know if I'm gonna keep using the Blue Yeti now. Like, what am I supposed to do with the Yeti now? I mean, I could always sell it, but like, I think it still serves the purpose, so I'll probably hold on to it.
It looks really interesting from here, like a sausage disc.
Yeah. This was actually a newer model. They had another one which was like a diamond or something like that.
What brand is this? What company is it?
Tonor, Tonor.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a small company. Yeah, I didn't see any big companies making things like these though. Personally, maybe I didn't look as hard, but I didn't see like a Bose, one or Yeti or
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I think we can have this conversation. Peace out, guys. Stay safe. Spread the positive vibes, please. You want to conclude? Say something.
I'm noticing the audio is spiking, but that's relatively normal, I think, especially now that I'm closer. So yeah.
Oh, it's probably because of the decibels. Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care of yourselves and each other.